community can be a city, community can be what's generally referred to as a town, community can be a broader area, it can be a region, it could be a county, a community could be a tribe.
Well, community is really a group of people. There are three things: people, place, and purpose. Usually the people that participate in the planning process are a small group. And then the place is the community that they live in, whether it's geographic or regional, it's a fixed location. And then the purpose is, hey, we all want to make it better. We wanted to take care of the things in our community that need to be taken care of to make it a great place to live. The perfect community is a community where everyone works together, common goals, common welfare, where there's opportunity for anyone in the community to succeed.
Every community has a limited number of resources, and that can be financial resources, human resources, natural resources, whatever that may be. And the only way to really survive is to use those resources as efficiently as possible. You have to be able to implement these initiatives because a community is either going to keep growing and keep progressing, or it's going to die. In order to keep growing and keep progressing, there has to be change, there has to be new things happening. We can't do the same thing that we were doing 50 years ago. We have to change with the times.
Building Communities is an economic development strategic planning company. We work with communities to help the community leaders envision and enact the future of their town.
The solutions are based on the capacity of the community. What can the community realistically do? And the capacity is then blended with what are the needs of the community and what do people want to do there. It's a totally new concept, and it's a methodical, planned out program based on successes that building communities have found across the United States.
We believe at Building Communities that a community should do what it will succeed with. It needs to identify strategies and a set of activities to implement those strategies. And so we've created an approach basically that combines in a very objective, very quick process to help communities identify strategies and the specific activities that will help them successfully implement those strategies. We start at a different point than most economic development strategic planning processes, which typically would start with a generic community-based SWOT analysis, SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We believe that we have integrated the SWOT approach that prioritizes 25 strategies. These are strategies that communities can utilize to improve their economic condition or their overall quality of life, or typically both. Most of these strategies lend to quality of life while creating jobs. Building Communities, we do not believe we have the answers. We think we have the questions. And we think we know how to ask the questions in a time frame, in a consecutive order, that those answers help the community figure out itself what it has the best chance of succeeding with and what it wants to do.
Building Communities is a methodology that helps communities define their future, work toward their future. It's a methodology for planning that guides them and helps them see options that maybe they hadn't thought of before.
The approach is different because it drills down into a bunch of different areas and a technique to get there. Rather than coming in and prescribing what it's going to be, it gives them the opportunity to define their future. You've got such a great approach that you've got to think beyond the population of 10,000 people, 50,000 people, and look to the large metro regions because they're really looking for something different, something new. The application is really across the board from a rural community to a metro community. It's going to be big. It's growing beyond what anybody could really imagine, and it's growing because it touches people beyond just the basic day-to-day aspects of a job. And again, that kind of gets to the deeper level as to what makes a community. I think the biggest problem that communities face today is, one, lack of direction, and secondly, self-serving motives. The great thing about the Building Community strategies is that it breaks down those barriers.
If you don't have a plan that's directing your resources, and if you're not harnessing and channeling those resources in a direction that is advantageous for your community, then you are planning to fail. Our approach basically harnesses those resources in a way that not only maximizes their odds for success, but it creates a team of people that ensure the successful implementation of the plan.